tryna go to the stars. She been off drugs all day. She think that she landed in Mars. Got her.
Welcome to Intuition Podcast. This is the art of trusting what you feel and where instinct meets insight. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe to the video, and show love to the channel. With that being said, I love you, but most importantly, so does God. Enjoy the video. Yes. And we're back, man. What is good, Intuition Podcast family? You already know who it is. Your boy truly, Cody Sneed, SDS. We back with another one, man. Episode 12. Can you believe it? We are 12 episodes in, guys. This is a blessing. Thank you for all the continuous support, love, and sharing that you guys have shown me since I've started this channel. I couldn't have done it without you guys, I couldn't have done it without you guys, but especially the man up above. We are at 240 subscribers. Last week, I think I said I was at 212 and I wanted to get to 220 by the end of that video. It's just to see the data type amount of growth in this little short span of time has been amazing, guys. Like you said, sometimes I really am speechless about the love and support that I'm getting from everybody around here. With that being said, yes, we're at 240 subscribers. Thank you guys. Continue to like, comment, and share. Tell your friends, tell a family member, tell a cousin that you don't like, and just continue to just show love to me, and I'll continue to show love to y'all. With that being said, today's topic is a real good one. Limiting distractions for the summertime. It's time to lock in. But before we get into that, I got to do the quote of the week. With that being said, this week's quote of the week: help those that want to help themselves. With that being said, you can't save everybody. When people know that they need help, but they're not doing anything to help themselves, that's a lost cause. You can't help anybody that doesn't want to be helped. With that being said, you can have family members, friends that you know they're in a bind, and you love them so much, you just want to see them do good in life. You want to see them go somewhere, or even if it's somebody you're in a relationship with and they've been through a lot in the past, and you see the good in them, and you want them to see the good in themselves, but they're not doing the work towards it, or they're not making those steps, or they're denying what that is. You have to let them be, man, until God gives them that aha moment, or that moment where they have to really get down on their knees and say, I'm done. I can't do anymore. I'm at my wit's end. I really do need something to change. You can't do anything about that. With that being said, help those that want to help themselves. I'm telling you, it'll work out for them and you in the long run. And let's get right into it, guys. Episode 12, limiting distractions for the summertime. It's time to lock in. Summertime is a great time to grow, manifest your dreams and what you want even more, get into tip top shape, travel, feel good, eat healthy, and all those things. But the main thing is you have to do it. I won't even say you have to do it at a certain amount of time or a certain pace, but you just have to do it at the right pace. And what I mean by that is, having a schedule, having set goals, having a vision, really. That's the main thing. And the main thing that can mess up vision sometimes is distraction, because that's the big thing. And sometimes distractions just equal energy drain. So you have to ask yourself, what in your life is really allowing you not to be able to go where you want to go? Who are the people around you? Who's in your circle? Who was in your ear telling you right from wrong? Who is being good to you? Who's being wrongful to you? Who are you pouring in more? They're pouring into themselves. And I'm telling you, man, I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's a real thing. I never want to tell you, be complete, be with somebody that is complete, because I don't think anybody can be complete, because if you're complete, that means there's no more room for growth. You know what I'm saying? And you don't never want to be like, oh yeah, I'm at my peak, I'm in my prime. No, you just want to be like, I'm steady evolving into the best version of myself at all times, any time of the year. And with that being said, like I said, distractions, man, let all of it go. If that means you have to get off social media for a while to lock in, do that. If that means you can't call certain people to lock in, do that. Seriously, tell them, don't take it personally. Tell them you're just on a personal journey where you have to get done, when you have to get things done, so you can be in the best position and the best version of yourself at that time, so you can succeed in all that you want to be. You know what I mean? And let's talk about one thing. Stand in the gym. Let's stay in the gym. Let's get that body right, man, because it's a lot of things to say that you want to hit all these goals and got all these errands to run and things to do and ripping and running, but all that will be nothing if you're not taking care of yourself. Your mental health and your physical health is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself. With that being said, man, stay in the gym. Go get that workout in. And every day it's not going to be a motivation to go. Sometimes discipline just has to kick in, because you're not going to be motivated because somebody in high school talked about you, somebody in college talked about you. You feel like you got looked over with a lot of other things. And all those other motivations that you would probably try to use every day to keep you to go to the gym, let it go. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not gonna be motivation every day to do those things. With that being said, discipline has to kick in somewhere where you know what? Hey, I don't want to do this, but I got to because sometimes in life we all have to do things that we really don't want to do, but we have to do it. And with that being said, do what you got to do now so you can do what you want to do later. Because once you get the gym over with, boom, now you got the rest of the day with it to do whatever you want to. Because the hardest part is showing up. And that's real. And with that being said, along going to the gym, eat healthy this summer, guys. Eat healthy, eat clean. Try to eat a lot of more vegetables and fruits. Eat your drink, your health tonic juices, your smoothies. Just do something to make your insides feel good, so it can reflect on your outside. So your skin can be glowing, your hair can be nice. You just seem like you're just a ball of and a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? And a good light when you come around in a room or area. And yeah, just eat better, eat your vitamins, and yeah, just continue to do right by yourself and your mind and your body because when you're in the gym, it gives yourself a lot of mental clarity to think about things that you probably have been draining your mind about. When you're in the gym and you're working it out, you can have a vision for something, an epiphany, and it can just be like, wow, like I wasn't even thinking about that before. But now you are. You know why? Because you're in the gym, you're doing something proactive for your body and your mind. And that way, when you leave the gym, you can go do other things that you've been thinking about because you know what? You have a clear path, a clear vision, and a clear mindset to go do those things. Number two, and we really should have been number one, but I said the gym first. Keeping God first. Keeping God first along the way. If any time in the summertime you end up winning big, pray like you still need to be praying like you were losing bad. I'm seriously. When you're up here, don't forget about him when you're right here. Keep him up here at all times when you're winning, you're losing, or you're in the middle. Keep him up there. I'm telling you. And when you pray about these goals and these achievements that you want to hit over the summertime, pray pray for every single detail. If you're dreaming about a new car, don't say I just want the car, God. Tell me you want the Honda Accord. Tell me you want the Hellcat. Tell me you want the Beamer. Tell me you want the Benz, Mercedes Benz, and tell them what it looks like. Tell them the color, the model, the how many miles you want in the car. All that. Break it down to every specific detail. I'm telling you, if you want the new house, how many garages does the house have? How many garages does the house? Oh my God, does the house have? How many cars are in the garage? What does the kitchen look like? What does the upstairs look like? Who's in the house? All that. Anytime you pray about something, pray about it to the single last detail, so God can know what you really want to do. Because with Him, anything is possible, and you know that's true. And while we're talking about on the topic of praying, save some money. Seriously, save some money. Not every check you get, you need to spend. If you feel like you need to put half and half to the side, do that. If you feel like you need to do the 90-10 rule where you save 90%, you only save 10%. If you're saving up for a new house, a new car, a new business venture, save your money because in the long run, it's going to help you and it's going to work out because you don't need to be spending things on frivolous things that really don't mean anything, new clothes to impress people that don't care about you, a new car for people who are only looking for a certain amount of time and they going on with the rest of their day. Because the thing about it is, if you think about people who think about you too hard, it's not the case. Because people only think about you for a moment until the next moment happens. And that's real because everybody's their own main character in their life. So it's like once they have that attention on you for a little bit, that'll drift because they'll worry about the next thing that's going on with them or that's around them in front of their face. Don't let that go over your head. And seriously, man, and I also want to talk about being in tune with yourself this summer. Be in tune with yourself so much that you're learning about you all over again. Seriously, that means, taking a walk, talking to yourself, reading self help motivational books, praying to God more, really finding out what you like to do, your likes, your dislikes, and returning to the essence of yourself and your existence. You're not, all of us are grown now, depending on who's watching this. Your mom and your dad's not leading your life in every which way. They're not, putting you in a dance class or putting you in soccer or making you play this sport or making you do this. You When you grow up, at a certain age, you have to say, hey, this is my life. I'm taking control. I'm doing what I want to do. And you have to find out what is that, what you want to do. What is that passion? What is that purpose that will keep you going and keep you moving and keep you training day and night? You know what I'm saying? Because when you have a dream and you're on your purpose, Nobody can take that from you. But also too, when you know yourself and you know you are your own person with or without anybody, nobody can take that away from you either. And that's real. And back on the topic of self-help and finding out who you are, you have to really ask yourself, guys, if everything hit the fan today, if you had nobody, I won't even say no friends, but no significant other, your parents weren't there to guide your every steps, who are you? Really ask yourself, who are you? Who are you as a person? What do you believe in for your morals, your values, your belief? What do you stand for? What is your dream? What is your passion? What is your purpose that you serve on this earth? Because and I'm not talking about the little shallow things, guys. I'm talking about real big things. What will keep you going? What is something that you could look forward every day and wake up and be like, you know, this doesn't seem like work because it's a passion and I love it. You know what I'm saying? And I want you guys to really figure that out for yourself. I want you guys to be invested in finding out who you are again, whether that's reading books, finding new friends, going to new places by yourself. If that means going out to the movies by yourself, that's okay. If that means going out to eat by yourself, that's okay. Because truthfully, you came into this world by yourself and you're going to leave again. So, with that being said, you have to be in tune with you. Sometimes it's an old saying, all you have is you. All you have is you. Because when relationships go away, when friendships go away, and sometimes based on the family members that you have in your life, family members can go away too. And all you have is yourself. So if all you have is yourself, that's what you need to be figuring out who you are. Who you are, what you stand for, and what you want to be as a person in this life. Because like I said, all you have is you, and sometimes that's all you can depend on. Because other people, they may not be there all the time for that. And before I end this video up, guys, I think the last thing I really want to talk about is setting goals for yourself. Setting goals for yourself and praying about them. If that means you need to write it down so you can see it coming to fruition, because I had to do that too. I always had this idea about this podcast in my head, but a lot of things didn't get churning for real until I really wrote it down on paper. Seriously, writing it down to every detail, really seeing it for a visual with your eyes, and you like, wow, like, okay, I'm gonna hit these goals. I'm gonna do this. Maybe I can lose 5 pounds in a week. Maybe I can make $1,000 in a week. Maybe I can buy my first car. Maybe I can buy the purse my mom wants. Buy that girl that my dad wants. Just real goals to hit. Real goals that you can look forward to and be proud of at the end of the day. Because it doesn't matter who else is proud of you. As long as you're proud of you, that's all that matters. And the only validation that you need is from yourself and God. Never forget that. I'm serious. Set these goals this summer. Eat healthy. Do right by yourself. Do right by your mental, your body. Stay in the gym. Stay prayed up. Always keep God first. Eat good. Eat your vitamins. Eat your healthy fruits and vegetables. And just do good by yourself, man. Pray. Be good to people. Be kind to people. It's a lot of people out here going through things. You never know that you could be the bright spot in somebody else's life to just keep them here one more day. I'm serious. And with that being said, guys, thank you again for another episode. This is episode 12. I can't believe it. I can't wait to say one day this is episode 100. I know it's coming. God, anything is possible through Christ and with God, keeping Him first. And with that being said, thank you, Intuition family, for another one. This is Intuition, the art of trusting what you feel, and where instinct meets insight. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and holla at your boy too.
If you getting money, throw your motherfucking hands up. If you getting money, this your motherfucking anthem. And I don't know what the fuck these niggas thought it was. Whatever you thought it was, that shit won't. You know how niggas coming in. Back to back black truck look like a nigga assassinated the president.